Today, as part of our liturgy, monthly, we do something we call testimonies of the people, and just to spotlight something God's doing in our midst. And this morning, I wanted to invite my friend Steve Pringle. Why don't you come on up, Steve? Steve is a part of leading an organization called Safe Families here in this part of town. There you are. And we also have the privilege of we've partnered with them financially over the years, but we've also just this year with the rental of the ministry house behind the church been able to office your team. And so we're excited about that.
We are grateful. It's perfect.
It's super fun to have you. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about Safe Families. We've been looking forward to this moment for some years, actually, talking about partnership and having this church participate as Safe Families. Is that me? I'll let you do your thing. All right.
It's not me. That's probably me.
I don't know. Mark will work it out.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Steve, tell us the mission. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Tell us the mission.
Yeah.
Safe Families.
So thank you for having us here today. Catherine is here with me today, and my wife Carly. It's just super fun. We've walked in and we've seen so many people we know. This is super fun to come and visit. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And the bell will ring at a certain time so that I get off.
Yeah, you're good, man.
I could talk about Safe Families for a very long time because we're talking about the movement of the church to step in upstream of DHS and step in upstream of abuse and neglect and step upstream of families being separated. Because the church steps in relationally. So what we do is we create circles of support around vulnerable and isolated children and families in the 3 counties in the greater Portland area, and then we also are now in Salem, in Marion and Polk County. And so this is a completely voluntary, on both sides, and church-led movement. So families that need help, they're not mandated to be in this. They're just saying, I need help. And then what we're doing is we're connecting them to a church that the church, we're the experts in loving your neighbor, right? And
I hope so.
Our team, we're just family preservation people that specialize in that, and we make those connections and introductions to people in the church who are saying, hey, I'm willing to step in relationally to connect with another family.
How is this a little different than DHS then?
Yeah. DHS has a big purpose, both on the self-sustainability side, supporting families, and then also on the child welfare side. On the child welfare side, we all know foster. That's what we think of DHS, foster care, which is really important when abuse and neglect happens. However, only 10% of reports of abuse and neglect are even founded. Most of the time, people just need people and support. So what's different is that in foster care, you purposely have separated a parent and the foster parent to keep the kid safe while they're sorting things out. In our story, so in foster care and adoption, the child is the orphan, and in our story, the parent is the orphan. And so what we're doing is let's put sometimes a host family, sometimes a coach, sometimes a mentor together with a mom or a dad or a couple or teen, an unaccompanied teen, and saying let's just support them. So it's upstream and outside of that. And so what we're trying to do is prevent abuse, prevent neglect, deflect from foster care when it's not necessary. If a mom goes to the hospital and is admitted and she shows up with her 2 kids and she has nowhere for those kids to be, those children are going into foster care unnecessarily. And so we've worked really hard over the last 10 years to say, hey, there's this other movement, the movement of the church in the greater Portland, that has people who will show up. They've been approved, they've been vetted, they've been background checked, they've had home studies. That's what our team does, the backbone part of it. And these people are safe, and we want to introduce you to them. And then a mom places those kids into the care of that family, and then that family's in partnership with them.
That's awesome. Give us an example of what this looks like for a family or a mom in crisis.
Yeah. Boy, there's so many.
Yeah.
Very recently, we had a mom who came to Portland, and she delivered a child. She came here on purpose, delivered a child, but wasn't thinking that she wanted to parent. But then when the baby was born, she wasn't sure what to do. We had a host family who stepped in, and they wrapped around this baby. They brought this baby into their home, and they gave this mom a little bit of time. And a week later, she parented her child, and she's now with her baby.
That's awesome.
So a week of can you watch someone's baby kind of a thing.
It's pretty profound.
Yeah.
What does this do on the church end? Like, for those who choose to participate, Either as a mommy mentor, which is one of the programs you have, or as a host family. What does this do on the inside?
Boy, if I were to tell you, our goals, we have kind of 3 goals. And our primary one is obviously to keep kids safe and then families together. The second thing is to see transformation happen in everyone who participates. And I would say transformation will happen if you open your home. And you bring kids in. I mean, this is the coolest thing you can serve with your family.
Yeah.
So it unleashes the family. And the church wraps around. I mean, we're trying to take the good news out into the world and say, there's this Jesus who came and he died and he rose and he loves you. But there needs to be some sort of demonstration of that too. I think you're talking about that today. Sorry.
No, you can steal my thunder.
Shorten your sermon.
That's great. They're happy about that.
And so it gives you an opportunity to. I mean, if I were to ask you how many of you care about vulnerable children, I think most of you'd raise your hands, and I don't ask you to do it because if I asked you how many of you care about their parents, that makes us pause for a second. But that's the transformation that we're hoping happens, is that we see the church move from saying is we just want to rescue kids. To saying is we want to love people and see people transformed so that they're their own safe family.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so tell us what's the next step if we're inclined.
What do I got to do to get you into this car today?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not too far away from that. My pilot's failing. But
there are lots of entry points. We're not asking everyone to be a host family, although we need them. Oftentimes it's just a friend. I mean, you'd be amazed. What we're loving is that the requests that are coming in will be a mom in Forest Grove with 2 kids is just looking for someone who will call her occasionally and talk with her.
Wow.
I mean, this is low-hanging fruit. I don't mean to. I mean, this is for me too, but it's kindergarten Christianity. It's like relationships. Just love somebody. Just actually care about them. Call them. Text them. Say, I'll do that. So you could be a mommy mentor, which we talked about. I mean, probably most young families had some other family. Our churches do this so well together, of taking care of one another when they're learning the ropes and these things. Is there are lots of families that are out there that are just saying is I don't know anyone. I mean, isolation is the problem. Right after the pandemic, the CDC came out and said the epidemic that is here in America that is as dangerous as smoking like 15 packs of cigarettes a day. Loneliness, isolation. This is the answer. It's one answer to it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Website. You can go to our website if you're wanting to get really practical.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, well, one step closer. You don't have to go on the internet right now. You can actually, right?
You're going to teach. Yeah.
Well, no. Yeah.
Stay off your phones. Yeah.
No. Unless it's the Bible app. But what I would encourage is to actually have a conversation with Steve and Catherine. I think we're going to be outside because it's pretty today. Yeah, Jeff says yes. So we have been meeting in Wesley Hall the last couple Sundays to just take a step of engagement towards a community or towards a ministry. And this week we have some of our partner ministries that we would love for you to connect with. So have a conversation with Steve and Catherine right after.
Awesome.
Yeah?
Thanks.
We're going to pray for you later.
Awesome.
So right now I'm just going to say thank you.
Don't pray now.
Thank you, Steve. And I've had the privilege of getting to know Steve over some years, and you guys are the real deal. So love you. Yeah. All right. Yes. Clap it up.